Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Got my coffee in my magical Disney mug, my magical drink in my magical cup. Oh, I love my coffee in the morning. Anybody else with me? I love a good cup of coffee. Thank you all for popping in. I'm just a few minutes late here, rushing around, getting ready for my video here. And I'm so excited to be with you live today. Today's card is a bright and cheerful one, and I'm using my product of the week, which is Darling Details. It comes from page 68 of the annual catalog. If you've got the catalog, you can take a look at it and you can see that beautiful bundle. The link is at the bottom of my video here if you want. If you live in Canada and you want to purchase this one from me, I have 4 beautiful card packages to send you so you can recreate these using your own stamps, inks, and dies. So you're going to need this bundle to be able to complete these cards, okay? So thank you everybody for reaching out to me and asking me about my free card kits in the mail. It's a service that I provide to you guys in exchange for your order. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you, Jenny. Good morning to you too. Good morning, Margaret. Thank you all for your lovely words. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Good morning. Again, another beautiful sunny day here in Calgary. A little breezy, but you know what? I always say a little bit of a breeze is good because it keeps the bugs away, right? Mosquitoes aren't quite so bad. Although I don't think we've had too many. I want to knock on wood and not jinx ourselves, but it's been pretty nice here in the bug category. I'm not a big fan of bugs. So, but yeah, nice day here, and I've got a busy day. I got lots of stuff on my plate today, but of course I would never skip well, I can't say never, but there was usually a good reason why I have to skip my morning video. It's my favorite way to start my day. Good morning, Nadine. Thank you for joining me live. Oh, it's very hot in Texas. Ooh, I hope you guys don't have fires down there like we've had up here. Good morning, Joy. Hello, Lynn. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you all. Hello, Annie. Yes, thank you so much for being here. Hello, Donna. Hello, Jenna. Thank you so much. Bits of smoke in the air today. Yeah, oh boy. Take it easy, guys. If you have to be outside, just, maybe considering a mask if there's like bits of particles in the air. Whatever the recommendations are, do it for your health, right? Save your lungs. Good morning from sunny Nampa, Idaho. Hello, Angela. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Shelby from Virginia. Hello, Anne. Good to have you with me. Hi, Mary from Ohio. Whoop. Let's see. Joy says, I hate bugs, but they love me. Yeah, me too, Joy. And my kids definitely, when they get mosquito bites, they swell up like an allergic reaction. So I'm always conscious of that. It's not fun. It's not fun to get bug bites. Good morning, Debbie. Big thank you for not but 1 but 2 pink envelopes. Yes, they are slowly trickling in, you guys. You guys are getting your pink envelopes for every single order that was placed with me in April and May. That was my promotion. I filled hot pink envelopes for you. This was when you use my host code. So when you click the link at the bottom of my video, or you see the host code when I flip my camera, there's always a promotion. I have a weekly promotion, you guys, whenever you, it's either free card kits in the mail or during the month of April and May, I sent out hot pink envelopes filled with all kinds of fun stuff, right? Embellishments, designer series paper, handmade cards that you can use for your own personal gift giving. And it's all because I appreciate you all so much for watching me, supporting me. It's what keeps me live every morning, keeps me doing this business. I could not do this without you, right? It's not a one-man show. It's definitely you guys, my viewers, my customers, my team members. It's definitely a big, huge family of effort on all of our parts. So I appreciate your support in my business. Thank you all so much. I see the hearts going up. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's get started. Hi, Leanne from Red Deer. Hello, Christine from Winnipeg. Hello, Sophia. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Heidi, all the way from my home province of Newfoundland. I'm so excited, you guys. I get to go to Newfoundland this summer. I'm so excited to see my dad and my in-laws and all of our extended family. We fly out on Thursday. I think it's July 27th. We're doing the red-eye flight from Calgary to Halifax, and we spend a day there, and then we get our rental car, and the next day on Saturday we drive to North Sydney, and then we go across on the ferry, and then we go home. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. So we're spending a week in Newfoundland, and then we're going back to Halifax where we spend another week, and then we pass in the rental car and we fly home. So it's going to be a crazy 2 weeks, but we love every single second we get to go back east. It is such an amazing time to visit our family and friends. There's never enough time. We have such a big family, both of us, my husband's side and my side. We're both from back there. I was born in Halifax, raised in Newfoundland. My mom was from Halifax, and she had all three of us girls in Halifax. She went, quote unquote, home to have her babies. So we were born in Halifax. My grandparents live there. I have, 4 uncles and extended family there. So lots and lots of connection all over the East Coast, right? And that is truly where my heart is always back home. And your heart is always with your family, right? So I am so excited to go. But anyway, we're going to get on to our video today. Thanks for letting me share my excitement. I'm counting the days. Is everyone over their colds now? Well, my husband is still not feeling the greatest. I really think he needs to go to the doctor because he's got it on his chest now. My daughter seems to be coming around, and so far so good. Other than just fighting the tiredness, I think my body is fighting it off. I don't know. I'm praying, guys, that I don't succumb to what my husband has, because he is definitely not feeling the greatest, but he keeps pushing through, and he has not taken a sick day because he works from home. I'm like, even though you sit in front of the computer, you still need to feel well enough to work, right? And they know he's sick. They can hear it in his voice. And anyway, he's a grown man. He can decide if he needs to take a sick day. I'm just grateful to be healthy down here in my craft room and able to do my video and prep my classes and get all these pink envelopes out and all the other things that I have to do. All right. Hi, Cookie from Ohio. Hello, Shelly. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you like my pool party shirt? It is kind of pool party, isn't it? Yeah. Pool party with a little bit of black print. You know what? I want to share with you, when you mentioned my shirt, I get inspiration from clothing, especially when my daughter was little. I used to go, well, obviously we all go shopping, but I used to go to a store called Oshkosh, and I'd look at the children's clothing and the colors. Oh my gosh, the colors that they put together. I used to be so inspired by just walking into Oshkosh and looking around and seeing what colors they put together, patterns and different things like that. There is inspiration everywhere around us, right? So just take a look, maybe notice next time you're really liking a certain pattern on a dress, or it doesn't even have to be children's clothes, it can be adult clothes too. But sometimes you can take that and just transform it into your paper crafting, and you'd be surprised at the results. So maybe I'll make a card similar to my shirt one of these days. Who knows? I'm inspired by lots and lots of things. But my favorite thing when I lose my creative mojo is to open the catalog and see what the design artists have made in there. So that's my tip for you today, is to use the Stampin' Up! Catalog as your inspiration. All right, so let's get started here. Hello, Karen. Nice to see you also from my home province. Hello. Jenna says, mine do also. I think they call that Skeeter syndrome. I'm not sure what Skeeter syndrome means, but perhaps I'll have to Google that. Hi, Barbara. Good morning. All right, let's get started. Hi, Karen. Good morning. You wish you would offer some live scrapbook. You know what? Cindy, you must be reading my mind, because this morning when I woke up, I had scrapbooking on my brain because I've been prepping scrapbook kits for my club. And I'm like, I need to do a virtual scrapbook event. I need to do a virtual scrapbook event where I provide all the measurements, I design layouts, and then I can share them with you virtually. So that is on my mind. It is definitely going to happen. So stay tuned, everyone. I am going to be doing a virtual scrapbook event where we just do a bunch of layouts and I share it all with you. If you're in Canada, you can buy product from me, but if you're in the US or anywhere else around the world, you could buy virtual event tickets to come and see these pages and learn about them and get all the measurements and such like that. So that is something that is coming, Cindy. So stay tuned. Thank you for bringing that up. Your girls too, yeah, and Benadryl for those bug bites. Craziness, Joy. All right, let's get started. We're going to flip the camera and get started here. I will come back and thank you, TJ. Thank you, my friend. Such a nice thing to say. Okay, let's go. Hi, Gail. Good morning. Good morning. I just want to see who's here. Okay, good morning, everybody. Let's get started. And we're going to flip and point you down here at my work surface. There's that host code for this week from June 26th to July 2nd. This is the code you want to use if you're shopping from Canada. I can only sell to Canadians. That's the code you want to use with your order. And I will send you 4 of these gorgeous card kits that you can make on your own. And I have uploaded, like yesterday's video, I uploaded it to YouTube and I called it card number 1. So there's a little thumb link there so you can see card number 1. So I want to make this really easy for you guys when you get your card kits to be able to go back and rewatch the video so that you can fast forward to the part where I'm putting the cards together and you can do it on your own and follow along with me. And it's basically a video tutorial, right? Okay, so let's bring in our card pieces for this one. Let's back it up for a second and show you what I'm using. This week, we are playing with Darling Details. Love this photopolymer stamp set. Like I said yesterday, it's a 2-step stamp. We've got all these greetings here. Oh, gorgeous set. But it is bundled, and the link is at the bottom of my video here. It is bundled with a set of 18 amazing dies. I love these dies. The more I play with them, the more I fall in love with them. So we're going to make one today, and we're going to use this big this big frame die. We're going to use that one today. We're also going to use this little sprig here. Can you see the 2 colors in the background there on my work surface? My 2 favorite colors that pop and make my life so happy. I love Basic Black and Melon Mambo together. They are so fun. I also am going to use my big bloom and this bloom right here. I think that's all we're going to use today. Just these 4 dies to make this fun, bright, beautiful card. Okay, so I want to share some tips with you. Let's start off with, so we have Melon Mambo for my card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. Then I have this one right here. We're going to cut the basic black layer with this one. So I've cut this layer, and you'll get this one in your kit as well, 4 by 5 1/4. Now this is the die I'm going to put on here. Now, if I hold it close, you'll see it is very intricate, you guys. All of these little teeny tiny holes, the stitching on the outside, the scallop, beautiful scallop on the inside. So one thing that I like to share with you that I do with my dies, if I get a super detailed die, and even this one is also super detailed and intricate, I like to bring in a couple, maybe let's do 3. I have 3 dryer sheets here, okay? So I like to actually run the dies through the dryer sheet. And you're probably thinking, what are you talking about, Rose? Those are dryer sheets. They're not for paper crafting. But what they do is they put like a bit of a film on your die. It's not going to ruin your die or anything, but it's going to put like almost like a little resistance to your die. So I'm going to grab my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the big kahuna, and I'm going to run this through. So let me grab my machine. Okay. So put my machine right here, and we're just going to run it through like we're cutting cardstock, but we're just cutting. We're not even going to cut the dryer sheet because they're so strong. I've got 3 layers. I'm just going to put this here, and we're just going to run it through my machine and get that. I'm going to go forward and back like that, and then I'm going to come back. And this is going to help all of those little tiny pieces fall out of the die. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to take this off of the dryer sheet. It did not cut through. It did leave an impression, but now I have like almost like an anti-static on my die. And the same thing with this one. And I'm going to hold on to this because you can do this repeat times. You can many times. And then, okay, well, might as well, seeing that I have my machine here, I'm going to just go ahead, put this onto my black cardstock, and I'm lining it up because this die does not cut. If you notice closely, it's just going to do a stitching. Okay, so you want to cut your paper the size that the final size that you want it, which is 4 by 5 1/4 for mine. So I'm going to put that onto my platform, and while I'm at it, I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to do a little piece of Granny Apple Green. We're going to cut this with Granny Apple Green. All right, so I've got both of those on my platform. We're just going to put the top plate on, being very careful. This one wants to shift on me, so I'm going, and I don't want it to shift because it has to stay 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to bring in a little piece of washi tape and help that stay put. So I'm just going to add a little bit of washi tape to the side. I don't know if you can see this, but I'll show you. This is what my platform looks like. I've got my die there, and I did put it on top because I want to make sure it's lined up centered. This one doesn't matter. I could flip this one over. Often I like to do that. I like to put the blade pointing up so that it cuts. I find it cuts better when you put the blade pointing up, but it'd be hard to do with the big one because you can't see where you're lining it up. Okay, so whenever I need to position a die, I like to put it on the top. All right, so we're going to roll this through, and we're going to go back again because we are cutting a lot of different little teeny tiny intricate pieces here. So I do like to go forward and back. Okay, let's see what we've got. My die fell off. Let's see. That's a good sign. When the die falls off, look at that. There's nothing stuck in my die, probably because I did that dryer sheet piece, right? So here's my piece, and I can just pull this out. Look, not a single little bit in it. Awesome. Okay, put that off to the side. Let's see what the big guy looks like. So we're going to just take this off ever so slightly so the washi tape doesn't tear. Look at that, you guys. Got a few little ones up here. Just going to tap them with my finger, and they're just popping out. The little bits are popping out. Look at that. A few more up here. Now, you could go around, and I will if some are stubborn, with your take your pick tool, and you can pop these out. Just like, you know, just help them leave. Say bye-bye. Okay, so a few more, maybe down here. But really, a nice die cut. I love this one. They have definitely went out of their way to make this very, very special. Look at this. We've got stitching on the inside, all those beautiful little flowers. What a beautiful, beautiful frame. Now, this piece, you don't want to throw it away because it fits. Look at that. You can actually put that right back inside. So if you cut this frame at a different color, say I did this one with white or Melamambo or something, I could put this back inside and you could have a frame. So don't throw out these pieces. I'm going to hold on to my pieces. And let's see, and look at that. The die hardly has anything left in it. I can see only 3 little dots. So I really think that dryer sheet made the difference. I'm just going to poke those out. You definitely want to make sure you poke out any excess cardstock that's stuck in your die, because the next time you go, if you don't, the next time you run it, you may have trouble, right? Because the die can't cut if it's loaded up with cardstock stuck in it. It just makes sense, right? Okay, let's get all this little bits of confetti off my desk and into the trash. Definitely little teeny tiny bits of confetti. I don't know if you'd want to save these little bits and put them in a shaker. You could. They're very, very fine though. Okay, so there we've got that. We've got our frame. I just wanted to show you how I cut that out, some little tips with that. So there's our basic black frame. I have another piece of basic white that measures slightly smaller. So remember, this one was 4 by 5 1/4. I cut this basic white piece to be 3 3/4 by 5, and that's going to be the inside. So I'm not gluing anything yet because remember what I told you, always do your stamping and then you're gluing. Because, you know, whenever you do the opposite way and you stick stuff down and then you go to stamp, in my experience, I make a mistake, right? But if you were to make a mistake right now, you could flip it over and try again. So I'm just laying this down onto my grid paper here. I'm going to put this frame on top like so. And I'm going to stamp it. I'm just going to line this up. I'm going to bring in my stamp. So from the Darling Details stamp set, I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. And we're going to grab that. I'm going to stamp with Memento. So tap, tap, tap on my Memento. I'm just going to hold these pieces together. Again, nothing is glued, but I want to stamp right up here in the corner. So there's my Happy Birthday, and it worked out good. I'm happy with that. So now we can glue it down. So we're just going to flip this over, add our glue to the sides of the white. I'm going to center this onto my card front like that. Then this is going to go right over top, and that'll be just fine. It's lined up nicely. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to add my glue to the edges of this frame. A little bit of glue. You don't need to put too much. Okay, so this is going on to the front of my card. We'll just line this up in the center. Okay. Oh, I love it so far. Those little white flowers popping through. And I see I have one little piece that did not pop out. Let's get that one out of there. There's always one, right? Okay, so there's the front of the card. So now we're going to bring in, I did go ahead and cut a couple of dies ahead of time. So let's see, let's move this off to the side. So from our die set, over here, we've got these frames, and we also have the sprig that I cut with the Granny Apple Green. Now, my florals, these right here. So I have a big one and a little one. So I did do 2 at a time. I cut out 2 of each. No, sorry, I cut one big one and one small one. So let's bring in my silicone mat and show you what I've got. I've got a big sprig, a big flower bloom, and 2 little flower blooms, and my sprig. So let's do our stamping, and my colors that I'm bringing in are Melamumbo for the big flower. So we'll go ahead and open the ink pad, and I'm going to stamp the background. Now, a lot of times when we're doing 2-step stamping, we stamp off the center. This one, because Stampin' Up! And the way that they make their amazing stamps, if I hold it close, you can probably see it has different etching. So you can see how there's like dark and light spots actually made into the stamp. That is the beauty of Stampin' Up! Products, right? They do such an amazing job when they create these things. I don't know, you guys, if you shop from those knockoff companies, if you'd get the same quality. I'm going to guess no, because they don't have the same, probably don't have the same technology, right? So you get what you get when you pay for the best. Stampin' Up! Is the best. And look at that. So I'm going to hold that close so you can see. Oh, actually, I think you can see it from right here. See the dark and light bits? That's the way they make the stamp. Okay, so now we're going to do the outline that goes on top of it. It's Matching Partner. We're going to stamp, and we're going to stamp straight over top. So no need to even stamp off these guys, straight stamping. You could, if you wanted a lighter background and different shading, you could stamp off and get a lighter background, but I'm super happy with that. All right, so now we're going to bring in Pumpkin Pie. And we're going to do our other 2 blooms. Same idea. The stamp set has the background stamp. And again, they've done an amazing job with how they've created this stamp to have the dark and light shades. And we're going to do another one over here, Pumpkin Pie, like that. And then we've got our outline. Look at these colors together, you guys. So bright, so cheerful. You could also do Lemon Lolly. You could do Daffodil Delight. Oh, heavens, you could even do the purples. You could do your Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, whatever your color scheme that you want to do. This stamp set, oh my gosh, you could do so much with it. Okay, so there's my blooms. I'm going to take these now, and I'm going to flip them over, and we're going to put our dimensionals on. And we'll put this one together. So my big flower, I'm going to put, I think a couple, maybe 3 dimensionals. Just put 3. And then my smaller blooms, I'm just going to put a single dimensional. And then this sprig, I just cut one of those because to cut 2 would be, I'd have to go through twice, right? Because you can't cut the detailed dies like that 2 levels at a time. Like you'd have to do 1 at a time, right? So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to bring in my snips and I'm going to snip it in half. I'm just going to snip right here. And so 1 sprig now becomes 2. So I'm going to take this little flower and we're going to take the sprig. I'm going to stick 1 on the dimensional back here like that. So it's coming out that end. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to stick it over here like that. So I've extended the sprig by snipping it in half and no one will ever know, right? Okay, so let's bring back our card front and we're going to put that down first. So that's going to go like this. Love Melon Mambo in black, and I love Granny Apple Green with black. Let's bring in these pumpkin pie flowers, and we're just going to tuck them in behind. There's 1 there, and we'll add 1 at the bottom down here. Oh my goodness, how cute. Okay, so there's my card front. Now, the inside of the card, I've got my piece that I love to use, my 4 1/4 by 2 3/4 piece, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping on here just to tie everything together. So let's bring back our Melon Mambo. I'm going to do, I've got some scrap paper here, my grid paper. I'm going to stamp my flower down here in the corner and then grab its partner and line it up. These are amazing stamps to line up. You can totally see exactly where you're stamping. And then we've also got leaves that we can stamp. So I've got Granny Apple Green. Let me show you the stamp set. We've got these leaves right here are 2-step. If you want bigger leaves, we've got bigger ones here. We even have these ones here that remind me of Christmas tree boughs. I don't know why. It's just the way it's got the little sprigs on it, I guess. Okay, so let's bring in Granny Apple Green and we're going to add a leaf right there. And we're going to turn this and add another one down here. And then, of course, we've got the inside part. So this one I did backwards. I did the outline and then I did the inside. So there's really no right or wrong way to do 2-step stamping. You could do your background first and then you could fill in your inside piece. It's totally up to you. So there's my inside piece. Now on the front it says happy birthday. And let's bring the stamp set in. I'm going to say friend on the inside. Happy birthday, friend. There's other stamps in this set that are quite interesting. This one here I love. You're not here. I hate that. And then there's another one here that says count me among all the people who are here for you. I love that, right? Hello there. Just a note. I did that one yesterday. And of course, a really nice thank you. I love it when Stampin' Up! Mixes their fonts. So we have like a bit of a cursive and then a typeset font together. So nice. Okay, so let's grab the stamp that says friend right here. And I'm going to stamp that with Memento. Move my scissors out of the way. Okay, so we're going to stamp friend right there. Oh, I just love this. I mean, you know, we're talking about scrapbooking. This would make a fantastic scrapbook layout, right? With these frames. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely going to be using this one on a scrapbook layout for sure. Okay, so let's add a little bit of glue to this inside piece. And we'll add this to the inside of my card. Like so. It's perfect size, I think. You know, it's big enough to write a greeting. You could also put another one over here too. There we go. So there's the inside, there's the outside. You can bling this up, of course, with a little bit of Wink of Stella if you wanted to. And Wink of Stella just really blends the color. You can see how this Melon Mambo is changing its color slightly as I add the Wink of Stella to it. So you can use the Wink of Stella to blend your colors, to make them pop a little bit more, and then you can work it off on your work surface. And then to make it match, you can come in and you can do the same thing with the pumpkin pie blooms. Oh my goodness, so much shine. I love it. Sparkle, sparkle. And then you can also do the same thing to the inside because the recipient's going to be opening it and being like, oh my goodness, it's sparkly in here too. So there's our sparkly flower on the inside. And then if you want to add some bling bling, the bling I've brought out today to share with you is called the Adhesive Back Sparkle Gems. Now, these, we have some really fun black sparkle gems. I'll hold them close so you can see. We also have the white ones and we have a gold. But I really want to pull in the black. The black is so classic and so sharp. I'm going to put a big one right there, and we'll put 2 small ones up here. Oh heavens, this is so pretty, you guys. I wish you could see it in real life. I'll hold it closer so you can see. Can you see the sparkle from the Wink of Stella on the flowers? So fun, right? And there we have it for the inside. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love Melon Mambo and black together. The pumpkin pie is a nice pop of color, and then that granny apple green is just the perfect brightness. Don't you agree? All right, so let me just flip you around. Thank you for all your comments, you guys. I'll come back and read them, the ones that I missed when my camera was pointing away. But I had a blast making this card. I am in love with these dies. I hope you like my tips about the dryer sheet. Now, if you don't like dryer sheets, you could also do, I know some people have had success with wax paper. Just puts a little bit of a film on your dies to make them a little bit more resistant to the paper sticking to them, because, you know, who has time to poke paper out of your dies, right? You want it all to fall out. So I love to share these tips with you. Thank you all for being here with me on this Tuesday, June 20, what are we at now? 27th? Crazy how quickly this is going. We only have 3 days left, you guys, for the paper sale. The designer series paper in the annual catalog. 15% off. Stock up on your paper. Grab it before Friday, before it's gone. And the best deal ever, of course, is to join my team and get that starter kit. But if you sign by Friday, you're going to get $206 worth of whatever you want, and you're only going to pay $135. After Friday, it goes back up to you'll get $165, which is still a good deal. But why not get more, right? You're going to get more by joining by Friday. So if you want the link, I can send it to you directly. Reach out to me if you're in Canada. I can only do business with people in Canada. That is a Stampin' Up! Rule. But I do like to share my videos to anybody who wants to watch here on Facebook Live. And I hope you had fun today. And if you have any questions about stamping or anything stamping related, please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow with some more Darling Details inspiration. Take care. Bye-bye.